für den Mark. Dankeschön.
Servus. My name's Mark, and yes, the next 3 minutes will be spoken in English. It's important to understand the meaning of the terms 2020 and hindsight in 2020. It's not just a year in English, it's actually a meaning. The reason for this is numerical, and yeah, I just said that. What can I actually say about the English-speaking world in 2020? Well, for starters, the United States is no longer united. Great Britain is no longer great. Australia is burning, just like the Congo. And the Amazon is being destroyed at a rate that we can't comprehend. The wrong Amazon's being destroyed. So why is a 53-year-old man here week after week? Because my 5-year-old daughter. And to remind the political establishment that they represent the people and not the corporations and the oil companies. The government should be working for us and not to enrich themselves. And that my 5-year-old daughter is their boss. My first demo was the 1st of March, and my life has not been the same since. By the end of March, I had switched to a plant-based diet and was writing songs again. Songs were first written to pass on stories and legends of heroes. In writing the song Unity, this custom was followed and given much respect. Just read the lyrics to Unity. They're easy to find. But that all happened last year. Welcome to 2020. 2020 in English actually has a meaning. It means having perfect vision. When your vision is 2020, you can truly see. And we must make the vision of our futures positive. In 2020, we can see in 2020. All of you out here know the truth. That's why you're here. It's important that we all see the truth and we tell the truth to everyone we meet, but in a way that doesn't get overpowering. Another term involving 2020 is hindsight in 2020. This actually means it's easy to know the correct thing to do after something has happened, but it's not easy to predict the future. Hindsight in 2020. In the year 2020, we have the science that can predict the best and worst possible futures for all beings on this planet, all creatures. We must only learn and react. An example of hindsight in 2020 is that in 1988, I spoke about the environmental destruction in the USA. I was on national television, on CNN. And the one word that was repeated over and over out of my speech all weekend long, every hour on the hour, was apathy and how the U.S. citizens don't care. That was 1988. That was 32 years ago. In hindsight, I wish I had kept it more positive and truer and more meaningful, and that a better message had come across than that. That was 32 years ago. 32 years from now will be the year 2052. The guy who's running this country will be my age. And we, the people of this planet, are at a crossroads for our future. We must have the foresight in 2020 to push governments and corporations into the correct directions. Foresight in 2020 is what we have to have. I'm going to finish this up with an example of what happens at these marches. At a march in November, I met a man named Manfred Lauber. He's in his 80s, and he had done the Jakobsweg alone. And he had done it for climate justice before anything of this was actually happening. It was just, that's his sense, who he is. He's been working on this for 40 years. And the fact is that he had this idea 40 years ago when he quit his job, and he told me his vision. I met him at a march here, and he told me his vision of what happened to him and how he felt the world could be a better place. And he said, think, man, in 1978, 1980, we had everything. Everybody had everything. All the first world had everything. All we had to do was start a new system and share it out. And he said, what he tried to do was direct that all the money that goes into this destruction and war and profit from war should be redirected. And then he stumbled across Fridays for Future a couple of months ago, and he's like, this is it. This is how it's done. This is how the peace movement going around the planet actually can be produced for creative people. This isn't just about climate justice. This is a peace movement. We have the resources and the technology at this moment to make the world a better place. We, the people, have to push those people to do it. I think that's all I really want to say to you today. The truth is, I speak for the 7th generation. My name's Mark Long. Just remember, we make the future. It's who we are. As always, love.
Thank you so much, Mark. That was true.